Hey there, boys and girls. Your buddy Don here again. Let me give you a little update. You saw the last Toolbox video, and you know that I got it sanded and ready to go, and that I put on the rust eater, the rust stopper, the rust whatever it is. Put it on with a paintbrush. It dried. It was supposed to stay wet for 30 minutes, but you know, I got the fans on in here. There's a fan on the desk, and there's a fan on the ceiling fan. So it dried quicker than it should have, and I couldn't put another coat on. That's explained in the video. So what I did was I came out here earlier today, and with a couple rags, and I got one rag wet in the metal conditioner, rust inhibitor, whatever you want to call it, and I put it on with that to clean the surface, and I wiped it off with another clean rag, and hopefully that will be suffice. So if you know, I've been talking about painting these boxes, and my intention was to paint them red and black. Why? Because there's a Craftsman box right there that's red and black, and there's a Craftsman box right there that's red and black. I think. Well, at one time it was pretty much red. It's pretty much red and pretty much black, but it's, you know, it's old, so it's pretty dirty. But anyway, that was going to be the color scheme, so they all match. And then I thought to myself, I said, Self, why don't you paint it? You know, I've been struggling with the color that I chose to paint the truck, that blue. I call it called on blue because it's the same as the shirt. The paint company calls it sky blue, sail. The paint company calls it sail blue. And I thought to myself, you know what I ought to do? I ought to go ahead and paint these toolboxes, the same color the truck is going to be, which is sail blue and shell white. Not only will the box match the truck, but more important than that, what it'll do, if I paint the toolbox sail blue, and it turns out I can't stand the color sail blue, I don't have to repaint the whole truck. I can just put the toolbox off to the side and say, don't do that no more. So that's what I'm going to do. And I've already got the paint. Well, actually, I needed some sail blue and some primer, but I've already got the white. So what I'm going to do today here, you see this toolbox right behind me, I'm going to go ahead and put that in primer. I'm not going to be able to put color on it today because it's too nasty outside. And I can't do any more sanding until I've got the paint of that box done. Otherwise, it's just going to make a bunch of dust everywhere. And I don't want to make a bunch of dust everywhere, because then the dust gets in the paint. Now, I understand it ain't going to be perfect. I know that, but at least it won't be full of dust. So I'm going to put the primer on this box. Now, I don't know what's going to happen if I try to film that, because there's going to be a lot of paint in the air. So I don't know if it's going to mess up the telephone or not. I guess we'll just do it and find out. So bear with me and let's see what we can do. Got a little bit of primer right here. And we got some more in this bag right here. I should say, we got some more in this bag right here. There's the same. Look how close of a color match that is to the shirt. I think that's pretty amazing. Pale blue. I got two of those. Because the truck will be the same color. Have an extra sure ain't gonna hurt. All right. Supposed to shake it for at least a minute after you hear the thing rattle. And of course, right off the bat, what have I done? I've set the camera up to put my butt right in the pitcher. That was a bad choice on my part. Let's see how that works out. What do you say? Maybe we won't get my butt. Uh-oh. I think I got what you call a dead rattle can. Let's try a new one. All right, now what do? We hurry up and wait. All right there, boys and girls. It's been, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. Let's go ahead. I think it's been 30, 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and put a second coat on. What do you say? Well, can't do that. You have a picture of my butt. Let's do it like this. What do you think? This can is just about out. All right. Time to give it a shake. Y'all sit tight. I'll be back with you in a minute. All right. No any point in having you watch me shake a paint can. All right. That's two pretty good coats. I would assume that'll work. I don't have a whole lot left. We got some. I might go around and hit some more of the edges of it after a while, but for right now, I got other things I need to do, so I'll go post another YouTube short, and when I'm done with that, I'll come back out here and do this again. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? All right, boys and girls, I don't have a whole can. Excuse me. I don't have a whole can left. I got probably maybe 3/4 of a can of primer left. It's already got two pretty good coats on it, so I'm just going to use this up because it's not going to save well probably anyway, and I'd like to have a lot of primer on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the spots that get the most use and kind of cover it that way. You know what I mean? The places that'll be heaviest, we'll get the most primer. So let's put it on. What do you say? Let me fix the camera here. See if I can do this without getting my butt in the picture. All right, boys and girls, there we go. We got a bunch of primer on a toolbox. What do you think? I can't see what I'm taking a picture of here very well. I would say it looks better than it did. How about we do this? I would say it looks a lot better than it did. Maybe I'll put some pictures in here with it. Yep, I'm going to call that looks better to me. Of what it looked like before. I think it looks better. What do you think? And it'll be sail blue. Same color the truck is supposed to be. That way, if I don't like the color, I got a toolbox painted bad, not the truck. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Welcome and welcome. You don't typically say welcome at the end. Thank you for stopping by Adventures of the Broken Retired. Really do love you. Really do appreciate you. Have a good afternoon.